kill anyone that stands in your way.
Be careful at Mercer's place. I don't want to lose anyone else to that madman.
Can't talk
Well
long.
then,
Gotta
please
keep my
tell me
eyes
how
open
good
for
news.
Mercer.
You tell this sorry bunch of
Well,
thieves
well,
that they need to put down
I
their
was looking
wagons
for
and
this
get to
little
work if they
beauty.
want to keep their status.
If you happen across any other... What a delightful find. This should cover it. Well, well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets, it's worth quite a bit, actually. Quite a catch. There you go. This should make you smile. This is getting dangerous. Don't let anything get a jump on you.
I can't believe this is happening, lad.
I never saw this coming. I thought we were just having a run of bad luck.
I won't rest until Mercer's dead. How could he murder Gallus and betray all
How
of
can
us?
Carlisle remain so calm when Mercer had her on the run for that long? Amazing.
I can't believe he emptied the vault. Right from under our nose. I can't believe he emptied the vault. Right from under our noses.
What was that?
Don't do that.
Mighty smear. You'll pay for that? True Nords never back down.
Wasted.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me.
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end? Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good and set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guilds treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lad.
What did you think about my idea? Your idea to start a brothel, right? Do you want me to tell you exactly what I think?
Well, yes, please.
Not now, lad.
I think if Brynjolf
Carlia
catches
said it was
wind of it,
important.
he'll boot you right out of here. So drop
I
it.
promise you. All your questions. Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
No, but I know that.
That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
Pray to God, do I get to keep it? Ah, just kidding. Lead on then.
Visiting Riften?
Oh,
All
Helga,
are welcome
there you
at the
are.
Temple of
Your
Mara.
special order from the last
Oh, I wanted to try that out.
You've been a good friend to me.
Try it out.
Pleased
to meet you.
What would you
I'm
need
a
leather
priestess at the
harness
Temple
for
of Mara.
anyway?
It's... Oh, it's you. Come to extort more from me? Of course not. You expect me to take care of it by myself? My niece Svana, she's been with me ever since her parents were killed by bandits, and she was dropped in my lap.
Yes?
I don't know why.
Come to see Balaman? Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Return anytime. You're quite welcome here.
Never should have come here.
I'm glad you're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey. If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. This way, please.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick
admire
me?
your courage.
This isn't
Most
about
folk in
religion.
Skyrim wouldn't go near a
It's
place like
business. This is Nightingale Hall. You're the first of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
Why, Whisper, that's impressive. When I was a boy, my friend and I eaten the wampus. What like Need something? Do I get to keep it? Ah, just kidding. Let's go.
You appear ready for the oath. It's my hope that you will, yes. This isn't about religion or destiny. This is nothing more than a business transaction between yourself and Nocturnal. Consider this an extremely risky job, but with a massive potential for profit, and you'll do fine. From the moment you were struck with my poisoned arrow at Snowvale Sanctum, my path changed its course. Perhaps I couldn't bring Mercer back alive, but together, we were able to clear my name and to put Gallus's memory to rest. I'd always intended Mercer's fate to ultimately be decided by the Guild, and it seems they've spoken. Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum. Indirectly, the Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre. She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel. Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services, and no alms. She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment. You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues. Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us. Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer? Does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though. Proceed
Okay,
down the
lass,
hall to the
we've got
gate
these
when you're
get-ups
ready.
on. Now what?
Yes?
Beyond this gate is
Very
the
well.
first step to
Just be
becoming a
careful.
Nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle.
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal.
We'll speak when the oath is complete.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
We'll speak when the oath is complete. I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk, and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime. Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal and, in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well, yes. But the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, the potential becomes limitless. Although it would benefit the Guild more than you can imagine, in the end it would do more harm than good. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild. Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves' Guild. I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it. Ha! Spoken like the leader of the Thieves' Guild. Just don't lose yourself in the role. We have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation. Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead. I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember. Aye, and some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us. If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no. But now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Carlia. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way. Until next we meet, lad.
Onward to our next adventure.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Victory's yours, I submit!
Get the best of me!
Kill!
Look out! You won't get the best of me!
Over here!
Easier to rob when you're dead! I'm gonna cut you down!
Guess it's all clear now. May the god... Onward to our next adventure. There are strange echoes in these caves. Keep your eyes open.